about 15 miles south of downtown Buffalo at Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Tennessee Titans and the Buffalo Bills. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken from about the 12.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Come on. Hey! Titans,
Willis going to look to throw first play. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Well, this defense for the Bills, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. Step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he will finally be tracked down at the Bills' 29-yard line. It's a big run there by Henry. 47 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
70 Lions, 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats.
On first down, Willis. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
60
Henry out of the pistol. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on third down. Third down, it's Willis. It's caught by Hooper. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Well, it's a jet sweep, the football to Woods. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Henry up the middle. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. Willis. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Devin Duvernay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Well, whatever they said appears to have worked. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Again to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Henry again on 2nd down. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Willis. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. 4th down, Willis. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
On play action, Allen. Open man right side is Ingram. Touchdown, Bills. Evan Ingram, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills are an extra point away from evening this one up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Gregory Rousseau showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's Willis, 3rd and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Fielded just inside the 20. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And that is caught. It's Davis. 30, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. And
boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump. And he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
To throw again on second down. Willis. And finding the tight end Hooper. Finding space at the 40. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. First and 10, Willis. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. From the 45 on second down, Willis dancing to his left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. First and 10, it's Willis. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Ready? Mustang 19.
Throwing again on second down. Willis. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Now, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
56.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. James Cook, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now Willis on 1st and 10. He's got Hooper on the short connection. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that will bring up second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Looking to throw again on second down. Willis. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Micah Hyde. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. It's complete to Diggs.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice
touchdown. Dawson Knox, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bills have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Meanwhile, Willis is throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
Willis now off of play action.
Throw left side complete. That's Henry. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll try to run for the the first with Henry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now Willis on 4th down.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. But that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
Here's Willis.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Trying for it on 4th down. Here's Willis.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
19-7.
Willis looking to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I...
There he goes, left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Willis on 1st and 10.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it second down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure.
And now here is another interception.
Jair Elam makes a pick.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
But just add that to the list of great moments for this defense today. They've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men didn't get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Willis takes a hit, and the ball is free.
And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard in return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On 1st down, Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
You can almost see all the defenders rubbing their hands together with glee because we all know they relish the chance to bring down a quarterback of his caliber. Anyone who brings him down has plenty to talk about. Not just a sack, but a big win built up.
And my goodness, another interception. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with it.
And now here's another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. The number 7 usually lucky here for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And that is incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen going to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here's Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
So Allen's going to look to throw. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now Allen. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
2nd down and goal. Allen. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And that final kickoff concludes the ball game, partner. And one side, a really nice win in this one. They were good on offense and on defense.
And I'm guessing it.